Hi guys, so I was, basically yesterday I went from work at 7 a.m. to home to eat and shower and then straight over to my friend Sarah's house where, we hung out until like 1 in the morning. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to make a vlog, but I did keep it in mind, and I think Tori's topic, she mentioned, I think, on Facebook somewhere, that she thought this week's topic should be memories, not of people from 307. I think, something like that. So here's a story Sarah told me about, drugs. Alright, go tell your story.
So I go over to Jake's house, and this back when he lived with Ben way in the South Valley, and Ben was out for the night, and we had this acid, and we were gonna save it for the morning and do it like during the day, but then we were just like, no. So,
alright.
We took this acid, and I don't know if you, obviously I'm pretty sure you've never tasted acid in your whole life.
Afraid not.
It is really bad. It tastes really bad, unless you get like super pure LSD, which you can't find anywhere in this state. So anyway, we take this acid, and it's getting kind of dark, but not like super dark, and the moon is kind of bright in the sky, and the clouds are like those like broken up clouds that are scattered like all across the sky, right? And they're like moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it was just awesome. So we go out for a walk, and by the time like we're tripping, we're on this walk, but we find like this construction site over by his house. And we sit down, and he breaks out his little pipe and, packs a bowl of spice, and, we're smoking on that, and then we start peeking, like, we're just, like, laying there on this, like, little hill, the side of this hill, watching the sky, and the clouds are, like, literally, they're, like, rolling across the sky, like, turning into different, like, animals and, like, weird shapes and shit, and it was, like, probably the most intense thing I've ever experienced, but it was, like, whoa! And we're puffing on this spice, and I don't know if you've ever smoked spice. It is not the same thing as weed. Absolutely not. Spice will, like, it could fuck up your trip. It really could. But yeah, it was alright. Spice is weird.
Yeah, I'm not down
so, so we're seeing, like, all these different shapes in the sky and shit, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, we're talking about how pretty it is, and then all of a sudden, just, like, it changes to just, like, fractals across the sky.
Holy shit, dude.
Like, it was, like, the layer of clouds, and then behind it, though, was just, like, the sky was just fractals. And it was, like, the clouds moving across it was crazy. It was so crazy. And then we stopped, tripping quite so hard, and we were like, okay, let's go back to the house. And so we went back to the house, and we're sitting out in his backyard, and we have a little fire going, and in his backyard he used to have this like not play pen, but like a play structure, like what I'm talking about, like with the slide and the little
like a kid's play thing.
Yeah. Well, they had taken it apart and pretty much burned like the whole part of it, but they had this one like long log that still kind of hadn't been done anything with. So what they would do is they had like their little fire area and then the log, and they would just kind of feed the log into the fire area. But we were standing there talking about how awesome we were tripping, and the spice starts kicking in, and I start like wigging out, like freaking out, like it was pretty bad. And then we sat down, and it made it better.
Oh.
Yeah, and then...
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and then pretty much that was
Funny
it.
how
Aw.
really simple things like
I know,
that
I
can fix
know.
like a really you'll just standing up, you'll be like,
something is wrong with this
like,
situation. Something is wrong. And then Jake was like, "We should sit down." And I was like, "I agree."
That's so funny.
And we did, and it made the night probably the best night I have ever spent on drugs.
Awesome. Yay. Great
drugs.
story.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Clap, 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 clap. All right.